almost 30 days, 29 days ago, I was dealing with the severe sciatic nerve pain. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like on certain days compared to like me going into labor with my girl. Like, that's how much pain I was in. At the time, if you recall, if you've been following this, or because I think eventually I'm going to share it. And just for myself, just to know that I was taking hydrocodone. I couldn't make it out the house without taking a leave on an empty stomach, which you're not supposed to do. I'm not taking any medication now. None. And although I was fasting, I did 10 days with only fruit, just vegetables and nuts. And the foods that I have been choosing are good for anti-inflammatory. And then after that, those 10 days, I introduced small amounts of grains and beans as well. I hadn't had any sugar for all of those days until I went to my church's Christmas party and I ate a slice of cake. It was so good. I ate a slice of cake, and that's the only sugar I've had. I also, on that day at the Christmas party, I had the food that was catered or prepared, and I was completely and totally sick. Like, literally sick when I got home. Because my body is not used to eating regular, I guess you could say regular things. I literally had like a small piece of salmon, roasted potatoes, string beans with almonds. I'm sure there was butter on them. And I had 4 small cubes of cheese, and I had bruschetta. And I was sick when I got home. Like, oh my gosh, my stomach hurt so bad. But I am excited tonight. I'm excited / nervous tonight because we're going to go to De Lorenzo's, which is one of our favorite pizza spots, for pizza tonight. And I'm excited, but I'm nervous because I don't want to be sick. But I am extremely happy that the pain that I felt almost 30 days ago is not there. The only thing I can say that I experience on a day-to-day basis is my lower back is still really tight. And from time to time, not very often, I can't even like pinpoint what it is sometimes I will feel the tingling down my leg into my foot. Not as much numbness, definitely not the same pain. So that I will experience sporadically. But when I start to feel those symptoms, I'll either try to do some of the stretching or exercises from physical therapy. I've been going to physical therapy twice a week, and also treating with the chiropractor for twice a week as well. But when I feel those symptoms, I just try to do the stretches, or I literally start eating like a red pepper like it's an apple. And I've been juicing as well, juicing all of those foods that I have researched that are good for anti-inflammatory. And you're probably thinking, why anti-inflammatory for sciatic nerve or back pain? One reason is because those pills that you're taking, or the pills that I was taking, were really for anti-inflammatory purposes. The hydrocodone was for pain as well. So I just try to eat foods that will help me with that. If I'm feeling pain, then I will lay down on my yoga mat, do my stretches, and then I will rub myself down my left side, my left back, all the way down my leg with mustard seed oil. Also clove oil mixed with olive oil works. So I've just been trying to do things more naturally, and just be diligent in praying. And one thing I found, like, after I started feeling better, like, it's time to go to physical therapy, and I'm like, oh, do I really need to go? I'm feeling better. But I was reading this Bible plan that says, you know, you may be feeling better, but don't get out of that habit or that routine of, don't get out of the good strategies that help you feel better. Just because you're feeling better doesn't mean I need to quit, go back to eating all the stuff that I was eating before. Neglect going to see my physical therapist and chiropractor. Like, keep on with those things. Those are healthy habits that I need to keep my temple healthy for my life, for my daughter, for my family, and for my life of what I want to see to come to life. So don't quit even after you're feeling better. Keep those healthy habits. So I plan to stick with this, change in diet, change in habits, and continue to go to float therapy, chiropractor, physical therapy, and I want to start yoga for stretching, seeing if that's going to help the tightness that I'm feeling in my lower back. So I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep those healthy habits in my day-to-day life, because I think that they're helping with improving my quality of life. But if you're interested in knowing more about, I don't know, I guess what I've been eating, I guess I could take pictures. I don't know, because I figured at this point that eventually when I'm comfortable that I will share these. So I guess if anyone has any questions, they can just ask me and I would gladly answer them. But this is my journey, my story, my results. I'm not a doctor, a health coach, or anything. So yeah, I'm feeling better. And I'm counting down the days till Christmas break. I can't wait. So yeah, I'm going to continue with this change in healthy habits. I'm not going to seclude myself from having the things I love, like pizza. So tonight my family is going to pizza. So, and I feel like when you schedule like these meaningful times like that involve food, for me, you get more excited to have it, and it's not just something you're just eating constantly without enjoyment, but just because you just want to have it, you know, and everything in moderation too. So I'm almost at work and I am drug free. Woo! Because before, when I would be getting ready to go to work, I would have to wake up at 5 and take 2 a leave so they would kick in by the time it's time for me to go. That was the only time I would be able to make it through the days. And on the table was a surgery. The spine doctor was proposing a surgery, a microdiscectomy, you know. And I feel like if there's something as serious as a microdiscectomy, then maybe, just maybe, I could have the diligence enough to, number one, seek God about my temple, and number two, just wholeheartedly pursue something less invasive other than a surgery. But I have read stories and saw videos where the surgery was an option for people and it worked well for them. Who knows? I'm just feeling extremely grateful that I'm not in that same amount of pain that I was. You know, it's crazy insane. Crazy.